Do you think your lifting form is causing your back pain? Watch this video to improve your form and say goodbye to that back pain. Hey Prehab fam, Dr. Craig Lindell here. Today, I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step process to improve your form and avoid low back pain when lifting weights. To be clear from the jump, there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but there is a specific approach that everyone can follow to find their solution. As a physical therapist, my focus is to help you understand why your low back may be in pain and how it relates to form. That information will empower you to tackle any lift now as well as moving forward. Let's get started. There are two common scenarios: low back pain while lifting and low back pain after lifting. What if it's not necessarily pain, but instead it's what you would describe as discomfort or tightness or something that you just don't like? And how do you know the difference? I'm confident that the solutions we cover today can be applied to any of those descriptors. We're going to begin with low back pain while lifting, because this can feel really debilitating and it can derail you entirely from any type of exercise. Let's say a barbell squat hurts. What should you do? Let's take a quick look at your global spine range of motion in a standing position. We're gonna look at global flexion, then we're gonna look at global extension, and then we're gonna look at global side bend and rotation. Usually, we'll see an issue with flexion or extension if someone is having issues with traditional standing weightlifting exercises. So a quick relief attempt here. Let's evaluate breathing in that painful position. So for instance, if you're having pain with global flexion, I want to see what an isometric hip hinge performance looks like paired with a diaphragmatic breathing test. This assessment can immediately turn into a therapeutic exercise, which can have a huge positive impact. Why breathing? We want to evaluate something called intra-abdominal pressure, IAP. Have you ever tried crushing a full soda can top to bottom? It takes so much pressure when you try to compress it versus it's easier if you just stab it in the side. That's because of its shape and the pressure inside the can. A pressurized cylinder is able to disperse pressure outward three-dimensionally, helping to maintain its structural integrity. Our core muscles, including our diaphragm, play an important role in creating and maintaining intra-abdominal pressure to have this same effect and ultimately support our spine and our lifting form. So IAP helps with lifting form because it helps to create rigidity and stiffness. In layman's terms, this is telling you or someone else, hey, brace your core and keep really good form during that lift. Maintaining good form with a deadlift is going to help increase time under tension on the leg muscles we're trying to target in the first place, ultimately getting you stronger and making your back feel better. So whether it's a hip hinge or the opposite position, being extended, I want to practice being able to hold these positions while breathing and creating pressure. Simple cues to achieve this are breathing through your nose, breathing into your belly, or thinking about your torso like a barrel and expanding it in all directions. Doing a 4-4-4 method where we go to breathe in for 4 seconds, we hold that for 4 seconds, we breathe out for 4 seconds, and then we pause for 4 seconds. Being able to do that in different positions, like the hip hinge, or even in an extended position, is a great way to work on breathing and creating and maintaining intra-abdominal pressure while also maintaining good form. If you need to, while trying to work on maintaining form and breathing, if 4 seconds just feels like too long and too much, consider decreasing to 3 or 2 seconds if you need to. If this is too challenging, practice easier exercise positions, and eventually we'll build up to the standing exercise. And then when you go to do a deadlift or a squat, it's just gonna feel that much easier. All right, let's move on to pain after lifting. The common culprit for this that I see or I experience in my own body includes the following. Usually an inadequate warm-up. We're not allowing your body to be able to get into the right positions and to create proper tension in those positions. The second one is low back compensation. Your back is moving more than it should be, and ultimately it's working harder, not smarter. The last but not least is back endurance or back strength limitations. A lack of capacity, you are going to feel extra sore and extra stiff after your workout session. So again, let's try a quick relief attempt. You may be watching this video with your back sore as we speak. I would encourage you to watch this mobility video routine immediately after to get your back moving and commit to consistent, gentle movement daily, that is going to make your low back feel better, and it's going to boost your confidence to get back to lifting. But long-term solutions, we want a proper dynamic warm-up. The intention is to give your body the ability to get into the positions that you want and need to be in for your weightlifting session. And we want to create slack above and below the low back, which will decrease perceived tightness and stiffness during and after your lifting session. Next is body awareness. Consider filming your next weightlifting session and evaluate what you see. Is your back moving too much? When is it moving? Why is it moving? Beginning to get feedback will help point you in the right direction of your solution. Check this out. I'm literally going through how I would set up filming myself, watching it, evaluating it, and making adjustments. And we'll just do this every single session as needed. And then last, we have assess and improve your low back strength and endurance. You can't manage what you don't measure. Get help if needed to perform this assessment to evaluate your low back endurance, and then check out this blog that we wrote that will walk you through how to interpret the results. Better yet, check out the Prehab app and make the commitment to your low back health with the Low Back Rehab and Prehab programs, where you will also get this assessment and much more, including 16 weeks of education and progressive exercise programming. That's all for today, Prehab. I'm confident the 2 scenarios we reviewed today will empower you to take control of your low back health now and well into the future. If you're asking yourself, am I damaging something if I have pain before and after lifting, or even during the lift? If I feel something, is that literally damage? Realize you're not alone. And this is probably the most common question we get working with people with low back pain, especially if it's the first time having low back pain. It can be pretty scary. As I mentioned earlier, education is a huge aspect of prehab. And from day one, we reinforce the idea that pain does not equal damage. So working on your relationship and understanding of pain is crucial, and it comes to feeling empowered and in control of your health. We have tons of content on this. I'd encourage you to seek it out, and of course, commit to the Prehab app to get the best experience. That's all for today.